What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how I make over $100,000 per week with Shopify Dropshipping. And not only am I going to be revealing the entire strategy transparently, but I'm also going to walk you through the entire process and show you how you can implement this in your dropshipping store. Also, make sure to smash the like button because once this video hits 2,500 likes, I'm going to be releasing a document with 10 winning products that have made thousands of dollars per day. So if you guys do want that, make sure to hit the like button. But without further ado, let's get into the value. Alright, so I know that there's going to be tons of critics who doubt that I'm actually making $100,000 per week. So let's get this out of the way. I'm going to hop into my phone. I'm going to show you guys the sales and then I'm going to break down the strategy. Alright guys, so here's the proof. I'm going to refresh so you guys know this is real. We're already at $10,000 today. And if we go to the last week, we go from Wednesday to Wednesday. You're going to see when we click apply, you're going to see that in the last 7 days, we did $127,000. So now that's out of the way, let me show you how I actually went out and found this viral product. Okay guys, so I found my $100,000 per week product using this tool called Shopify. Why I really love this tool is it goes out and it analyzes millions of Facebook ads and it actually takes the most viral ones, puts it in front of our face, and what we're able to do is we're able to find these trending products before anyone knows about them. So let me show you exactly how we can actually use this tool and find some amazing products. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is sign into your account. If you don't have an account yet, I'll leave a link down below for a free trial. But basically what you want to do is come over this filter section, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over to ecom platform and click Shopify, because this is going to make sure that we're only seeing viral Facebook ads coming from Shopify stores. So the next thing you're going to want to do is come to this post creation date, and what we can do here is search by different parameters. So if we only want to find recent winners, we could go to the last 2 weeks and we could set this up as a filter, and then all we need to do is come over this reactions and we'll put it up to about 500. So this is going to make sure that it's only showing us ads with over 500 likes, and then we're just going to click search here, and all we need to do is filter by likes, and it's actually going to bring us the top liked ads in this period of time. So we're able to come on Shopify and we're able to see all these viral products that are actually being scaled right now. So that's how the tool works, but the settings that actually found me the product was coming over this filter and going for the last 30 days. So you could go from January 1st all the way to February 1st. And then what I want you to do is filter by the likes again, so we can find the top liked products in here. And now what I recommend you do is just open a few of these products up and you actually look through their engagement. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to this comment and you're going to want to filter by newest, because one thing that I highly recommend you look out for is recent comments, because you want to make sure the ads being scaled right now. So that's how I found the product, but let me break down some criteria that you're going to want to look out for to increase your chances of being successful. Okay, so the criteria that I recommend your product match are: number 1, the 3x rule, meaning that you can go out and sell this product for 3 times the price on AliExpress, and I usually find this number by looking at the competitor selling price for Shopify. Number 2, it is a problem-solving product or has a massive wow factor. For example, the posture corrector. What this device does, it gives you better posture, so it makes the selling of the product much easier because you have a clear value proposition. And then number 3, has at least 10 Facebook comments in that very same day. And I honestly recommend about 20, because this is going to tell us that that advertiser is spending tons of money on that current ad, which means that it's very profitable. So if it has that, then that's definitely a very good sign. Now that you guys understand the criteria that I'm going out and looking for, let me show you how I'm actually designing the product page, because it vastly differs from the standard approach. So how this method differs from the standard approach is we're going to be using this tool called Gem Pages, and Gem Pages is an intuitive landing page builder. And why this tool is really cool is we're not constrained by any design element. So let me show you how I actually built my product page using this tool. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is come over this product page section over here, and then just click create new template over here. And what's really cool about Gem Pages is they have tons of different templates that we can actually start off to build our landing page. So I'm going to choose this sale page style number 2, click start editing, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I would design my website. Once the template's done uploading, you should be on a page exactly like this. So what's so cool about this landing page builder is you can drop an element anywhere. So I could add an image anywhere and I could put it in any position I want. So that's why this tool is so cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a product page super similar to my 100K per week store, and I'm gonna show you guys how I design it and what it actually looks like. And for the product I'm gonna be designing around, it's gonna be this shovel over here. So give me about 15 minutes and I'll check back with you guys and show you guys the finished store. Alright guys, so there we go. I just designed this product page, and this product page is literally identical to the product I'm scaling to 100K per week. As you can see, it's really easy to use gem pages and create visually aesthetic websites just like this. So I definitely recommend, if you haven't used gem pages yet, to definitely try designing product pages like this and test it against your standard Shopify conversion rate. If you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial on how I actually design these landing pages, I will leave a link above, but this was just kind of a brief overview on what my product page actually looks like. So now that you guys understand how I'm merchandising these products and building my websites, I want to reveal the entire advertising strategy that's making me over $100,000 per week. Alright guys, the first thing I want to go over is how to be successful with Facebook advertising. And I can pretty much summarize this into one word: content. Content is king. If you have a bad ad with a low CTR, even if you did have the best advertising strategy in the world, you wouldn't be able to be successful. So with that being said, let me remind you how important it is to have an engaging advertisement. Let's remember that the Facebook ad platform is an auction-based platform, which basically competes ads against each other, and the one that Facebook determines most likely to succeed will be rewarded massively with cheaper CPMs and more engaged traffic. Before we get into the ad strategy, I want to show you guys some real results using this strategy. So you can see this month we've already spent $12,000 and we have a 3x ROAS throughout the entire account. And if we actually navigate to last month, you're going to see that we spent $91,000 on ads and we had over a 2x ROAS overall. So you can see that this strategy is definitely working. So let me walk you guys through how I'm launching these ads up and how I'm getting them profitable super quickly. So how I run my campaigns when I'm starting off is I always create a new campaign and I run it with the conversion event. This is the only event you're ever going to want to pick in here for an e-commerce business. And after you've done that, you just want to click continue over here. And for this campaign setup, there's not too much we need to do. One thing that I recommend you do is you always name your campaign for organizational purposes. So I'm going to name this phase number 1 product test, and then we're just going to scroll all the way down and click next, and it's going to take us to the ad set level. Once you get to the ad set level, you're going to want to come over to conversion event and you're going to want to click the purchase button out, because this is going to tell Facebook that the objective we're going for is a purchase on our website and they're going to consider that as a conversion. So now let's just keep scrolling down, and in this budget section, we're actually able to control the budget of our ads. When I'm usually starting off and testing product, I at least do $10 per day on an ad set. So if you are just starting to test a product, I would start out with $10 per ad set, and I really wouldn't do too much more than that unless it's a higher ticket product. And then after you set your budget up, one thing that I recommend you do is you go to start date and you actually set this for 12 in the morning, because what this is going to do, it's going to protect your budget. So it's just kind of a common practice that I use when I launch my ads up. And then after you finish that, you want to go down to the most important section, which is the audience section. And the locations that I was targeting for my business were United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. These are the 4 countries with pretty much the highest GDP, and these are the countries that I found most likely to purchase. So I definitely recommend, when you're just testing a product, to go with only these 4 countries. Some people recommend you testing a bunch of countries out, but where I've seen the most success is focusing on the largest countries. So after you finish that, all you need to do is scroll down to this section where it says detailed targeting, and the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to uncheck this detailed targeting expansion. And why you're going to want to uncheck this is because if you don't, then Facebook's going to actually broadcast your ad to people who aren't in your audience group. But now that you knock that out, there's this detailed targeting section where we can actually target different demographics. So one of the most common questions I get on my YouTube videos is how I find my Facebook interest. And this is a strategy that I call finding a seed interest. So for today's example, we're gonna be selling that multi-purpose shovel. So one thing I would do, I would try to think of any relevant audiences that I already have prior knowledge of that I can type in here. So for example, people who like this shovel might also be interested in fishing. So I can type fishing in here, and as you see, we found an audience with 327 million. So this is great. We just found one seed audience because Facebook has made it so easy. They have this suggestions button over here, and we can click this, and there will be tons of relevant audiences to our original seed audience. So what I'm doing, I'm not going out there and thinking of 20 really cool audiences. I'm thinking of one good seed audience, and I'm using Facebook suggestions. So this will help you choose a bunch of different interests that you can actually test out. And when I'm actually setting my ad sets, I only put one interest per ad set. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take fishing, and you're gonna actually wanna name it the name of the ad set, because this is gonna give us a bird's eye view on what's performing the best, and it's gonna be a very smart organizational tactic. So after you finish that, all you wanna do is scroll down to where you were before, go to placements over here, click manual placements, and for my store right now, I'm only targeting feed. So what you can do is you can uncheck stories, in-stream, search, in article, and apps and sites. So why this is getting us the best result is because we're going out and targeting Facebook news feed and Instagram feed primarily. While Facebook does say to do automatic placements as it is recommended, I found that automatic placements is usually best with retargeting ads. And now that you have your first ad set up, you're pretty much done. All we need to do is we need to duplicate that ad set 4 times. So what it's gonna look like right now is 5 ad sets inside one campaign, and each of those ad sets are targeting different interests inside those suggestions. And I know this strategy was super simple. Some people talk about this insanely complicated Facebook ad strategies, and I've been in this game for a while, and what I can tell you is that simple works. Now, the last thing I want to talk about for Facebook ads is how I actually managed to scale so quickly, because that's one of the most popular questions. Scaling is a complex and complicated topic because there's so many different ways you can actually go out and scale. And basically how the scaling strategy works is you take the winning interest from the testing campaigns you make and you duplicate them into a new CBO, and while it's still profitable, you increase the budget 30% every day or two. And then I also scaled a campaign for lookalike audiences after I got 1,000 purchases. Now, I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with Facebook ad scaling in this video, but if you do want me to make another video about scaling, then make sure to let me know down in the comments. But now that you understand this Facebook ad strategy, I want to cover one of the most important parts about dropshipping, especially with this volume, which of course is logistics. One of the most popular comments on my videos is how I'm managing 30 to 60 day shipping with AliExpress. And I've addressed this in a lot of my past videos, but I do want to cover this for my recent subscribers. So first off, the thing is, AliExpress isn't meant to be a long-term logistics partner for you. Whenever I use AliExpress, it's just for the few initial orders to validate that product. So when I do go to scale, I use a completely different logistic process, and I'm sure you guys are curious how I'm handling this influx of orders, so let's get into it. First things first, right now I am using a few different logistic methods because Chinese New Year is going on, which means Chinese factories are closed. But the first method that I'm using, which is pretty much available to everyone, is Yanwen Shipping. Yanwen Shipping is a much more reliable shipping partner than ePacket, and it usually only takes about 9 days to arrive, which is really quick from China. So this was the method I was using up until Chinese New Year started. And how I actually went out and found this agent was going on AliExpress and actually finding the highest volume seller on AliExpress, getting in direct contact with them on WeChat, and start negotiating with them and asking them the best logistic methods. So that method is super simple, but I want to talk about another method that I'm using, which is with 3PLs. 3PLs are warehouses that store and ship your products for you. So essentially this is the exact same thing as dropshipping, but the benefit is you can locate your inventory in somewhere like the United States and get your customers super quick shipping. So the downside of using a 3PL is you need to invest capital up front to get that inventory, because you need to order the inventory to that warehouse, so you need to float the inventory cost. So of course, that's what I had to do with Chinese New Year going on, and a few 3PLs that I actually recommend if you want to go out and do this at home are Shipmonk, ShipBob, and Dollar Fulfillment. The cheapest one is going to be Dollar Fulfillment, but you need 1,000 orders per month per SKU to even qualify. And I know some people are going to say, Tan, how is that dropshipping if you have to actually invest your money? Well, dropshipping is a logistic method where you actually aren't fulfilling the products yourself. So while I do have to invest some money up front, it's much better than actually renting out a warehouse and shipping them out myself. So this lets me focus on the marketing for my business. So that's how I'm managing almost 500 orders being shipped out per day. So guys, that's literally everything that I'm doing to hit over 100K per week on one of my dropshipping stores. So the last thing that I want to leave you with is that this is really possible. The strategy I'm showing you is literally exactly what I did. So I guarantee if you actually go out there and consistently test products out, you're going to find one that works for you. One thing that I see with beginners in dropshipping, they'll test 1 or 2 products out, and immediately after that, they'll quit when they really didn't put the time in to actually be successful. So if you really want to be successful with this strategy, just make sure you're going out there and rinsing and repeating this, because I promise it works. I've done this with numerous of my stores, so I'm really excited to hear the results you guys get from this strategy, and I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But that's all I have for you guys today. Peace.